Hey everyone, Hallie here. Today I wanted to talk about the brand new possible Red Dead Redemption 2 update that we could be seeing later this year. That was recently leaked. So let's go ahead and talk about this in today's video. If you do enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, that's all I ask. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this comes from a recent podcast that a credible leaker named Nate the Hate was on, where he said that, well, I'm just going to play the clip for you guys so you can hear it yourself.
I doubt it would be here, but as MVG says, yes to everything.
Everything.
Red Dead Remaster or the Red Dead 2 update for next gen and Switch 2. Aren't there kind of things going on there?
All right, so I will comment on this. Those rumors are true. Red Dead Redemption 2 is getting a next-gen update, and the game will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2 later this year.
Whoa.
So in this clip, he basically says that Red Dead Redemption 2 will be getting a current-gen update, where we will see 60 FPS added to the current-gen consoles, which are the PS5, Series X and S, as well as possibly, and most likely why this update would be coming, to the Switch 2. Now that is a big if, but essentially the whole idea and speculation behind this is that with the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, most likely there will also be an update to current gen consoles, bringing it to 60 FPS, which is the thing that I'm most likely looking forward to. In the background, I have some Red Dead Redemption 1 gameplay, and in Red Dead Redemption 1, specifically on consoles, you can toggle between 30 FPS and 60 FPS, and I do that a couple times within this gameplay, and 30 FPS is just so bad. It is so bad. So I'm really excited to see this update come to Red Dead Redemption 2. Personally, I'm just going to geek out a little bit. For Red Dead Redemption 1, when it's on 30 FPS, the parallax, whenever you're moving the camera and, foreground objects are moving at a different speed compared to the foreground objects, it looks very bad. The parallax just looks so fake. It doesn't even look like a parallax. It just looks like a slideshow. It looks horrible. With 60 FPS, it looks so much better, much more realistic, and much more playable. I also noticed on 30 FPS, the game just felt so bad to play. So I'm really excited to see Red Dead Redemption 2 being buffed up into 60 FPS. Certainly a great thing to see. Now this is also kind of speculation, but it's possible that we could see 4K being supported. Maybe we could see some DualSense haptic support for the PS5, like the little trigger support that it has. Maybe things like better HDR, or I don't know if I imagine Red Dead 2 has HDR, but, they could add it. If they don't already have it, they could add it. So, this is definitely great news. It will certainly make Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot more playable. Now, the question is, will this be released as a update, or will this be a separate content patch? Or what am I saying? Will this be an update, or will this be like a separate game? I'm really hoping this is an update. I have no idea why it would be a separate game. If it is a separate game, I really hope they don't make us pay for it, but knowing Rockstar, they'll probably charge us like $10. So, come more, as time goes on, we'll figure out what the price, if there is a price for this, or maybe it's just an update, will be. It's important to note that on PS5, you play the PS4 version of Red Dead Redemption 1, and they patched in a 60 FPS mode into the PS4 version of Red Dead Redemption 1. So just something to think about. It's very possible that they will likely just patch this in, and if they don't, to be quite honest, so greedy, it's honestly ridiculous, but we'll just have to wait and see. Those who play on the Switch 2, whenever this version of Red Dead Redemption 2 inevitably comes out on the Switch 2, will have a similar, if not better, experience than you currently have on consoles. So just something to think about. Pretty crazy. But, if you are a Switch 2 player, I have no interest in the Switch, but if that is something that interests you, great news for you there. And to be honest, as far, just going back to the pricing, Rockstar did make us pay, I believe, like $10 to $15 for the GTA 5 expanded and enhanced, which wasn't really expanded and enhanced in any way whatsoever. So just, again, something to think about. It is not out of the realm of possibility that Red Dead Redemption 2 is released as a Red Dead Redemption 2 Definitive Edition, and it's or like next gen upgrade or like something like that, and it's going to be $15. I really would not be surprised, knowing Rockstar. You know, they've resold GTA 5 a trillion times. Why not resell Red Dead 2? People will buy it. I know I'll buy it because I'm a sucker, but just something to think about. I did want to also talk about Nate the Hate's credibility, because when I did initially hear about this, I was like, who is this guy? You know, like, I've heard his name, but I'm not sure how credible he is. Well, he has gotten quite a few things pretty correct, especially around the Nintendo Switch 2. He predicted, like, when the devs kits were sent out in 2023, he predicted that there would be a delay for the Switch 2 into 2025. He predicted the Metroid Prime remaster window. He also predicted when Tears of the Kingdom would be coming out, or at least when it would be revealed. So certainly something to think about, and just, you know, he seems to be a pretty credible leaker, and, you know, his predictions are based on industry trends. So I certainly could see a Switch 2 version of Red Dead coming out. So what do you think about this possible Red Dead 2 update? Would you pay would you pay $60 for 60 FPS? I know I would not, but I certainly would pay like $15, maybe 20 might be my limit, for a 60 FPS update. I know that's kind of ridiculous, but hey, you know, maybe if we get some new content, some you know, some interesting stuff. I know, you know, we're not going to get DLC. Do not get your hopes up, especially with GTA 6 coming out, but you know, it's possible they could add some online content into the single player, as that is what they did for the expanded and enhanced, and also just some updates within GTA 5. They ended up adding some online content into single player. So I think it's possible we could maybe, and this is a Hally speculation, no confirmation here outside of, well, really no confirmation at all, except we might get a Red Dead 2 update, or at least a Red Dead 2 Switch release, resulting in a Red Dead 2 update. But I'm curious if they will add extra content into the single player, or maybe even the online. I know the online's pretty dead, but let's see what happens. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. I know this was kind of a ramble and a little bit of a random video, but I thought it'd be really interesting to talk about also, just completely sidetracked, Black Ops 7 got revealed. It got a trailer. Looks horrible. I have no interest in that game whatsoever. I'm really curious how bad Call of Duty will be, you know, this year. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you all think down in the comment section below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching again, all the way to the end of the video. Very special thank you to my YouTube members, Ash Tree Dweller. If you want to become a YouTube member yourself, it's $1 a month. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.